This is the Leo Climaco podcast.
The journey is half the battle, and you got to learn to enjoy that journey, not just the result.
You know, that's for sure. My entire life, I could always remember, you know how you get that nostalgia listening to music.
For sure.
Of last year, you know, and then the next year come, I got nostalgia from a song from that last summer.
Yep.
You know, and it happened so often, I started saying, okay, well, why don't you just enjoy the time every day? Because eventually this moment is going to be nostalgia to you in a year. So in this moment, just feel good, because why are you feeling better about that time than you did in that time? Because you were so focused looking at where you was going. So now I always try to just stop, even when I'm with my son, and just be like, I'm going to think about this moment with fondness in a fond way. So let me just enjoy it now. It's hard to do, though.
It's very hard. But the more you practice it, the better you get at it.
That's a fact. That's a fact. I'm big on meditation. I'm just big on mindfulness. You know, I feel like a lot of decisions I made in life, I look back and be like, that was retarded. Like, was you legit retarded? But it's because you don't sit down and think long enough. I think most of the mistakes that we make, most of them are obvious in hindsight. But what is hindsight? It's just time passed. So if you could just take time every day to really just sit and ponder and think, you'll start making better decisions.
But the reason why you're able to look at it and say, that's retarded, was because you evolved and you grew past it.
That's true too.
Right? Because most people who don't evolve still keep making that retarded mistake over and over again.
Over and over and over again. And you know what? That's another thing why mentorship is important, because somebody doesn't even necessarily have to be farther than you, but somebody who has a perspective, who's not emotionally invested in your situation, can see it clearly.
Right.
You can't see the picture from inside the frame. No matter how hard you try, you are emotionally invested, and that is coloring what you're seeing in your decision making. So to just have somebody unemotionally unattached to your situation, they can see it clear. That's why you could always say, oh, this is what my friends should do. Oh, I could easily solve that. Why are they doing that? Because you're unemotionally involved in their situation. So I think it's always good. And in this day and age, nobody's telling anybody the truth. Everybody's so sensitive, but it's not just people ain't telling people the truth. It's we're not even gonna take it, right? So they know that about us, so they're not gonna tell us. And that's why I always tell my son, I'm always correcting him, but I'm letting him know because I want him to be better. I feel like it's so valuable if you have somebody around you who can give you accurate perspective on you. And that's why I listen to my haters. If it makes sense, then I'm gonna listen to it. If it's just some bullshit, then fuck it. But a hater is unbiased. A hater is gonna tell you something even your mama wanna tell you, but don't wanna hurt your feelings about.
And if you're smart, you'll listen.
So listen to your haters. If your haters keep saying something over and over and over, I'm not saying it's true, but you should investigate. Because it's nothing like going through life with a flaw that if you'd have just eradicated that one flaw, that was the one thing that's stopping you from getting to the next level. But nobody around you is going to tell you. Your wife ain't going to tell you. Your son ain't going to tell you. Who's going to tell you? And a lot of men, especially once you get more successful, it's really even less people who are going to tell you.
It's crazy. And the hater